EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports.
Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Murray now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Switch up. Right there.
Murray now. He's going to air it out deep for Green.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium and watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Murray. He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A huge play there for Arizona. A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Isabella now from his end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
Let's go. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike. I got you. I got you.
Murray now on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On second down, Edmonds. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Murray now on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Chiefs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Tackle made there by Budda Baker.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Now here's Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Flush to his right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Mahomes going to throw.
That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mike Burton taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Well, nothing complicated about that. That's old school power football.
And effective. And that's the key to everything, right? Sometimes we try and do too many things. Just hand it to the big guy and let him go forward.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Isabella now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. First down, Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cardinals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown.
One thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, unbelievably, better, folks, than 80 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Simply incredible. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Isabella now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Here's Murray. He's going to air it out deep for Green.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time.
Picked off around the 27. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he's got room. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football at State Farm Stadium. And for the call, let's head back out to Glendale and hand it over to Brandon Gaudin.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Mahomes now on first down. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
And the final number on Next Gen Stats, how about this? 71 yards through the air. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Isabella now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he'll take this forward to the 27.
Throwing now is Murray. Now he'll escape to his left. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A
is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington.
These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Throwing is Wilson.
Open man is Eskridge. That's complete.
And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Dancing to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted.
Picked by Deontay Thompson. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Zach Ertz has it complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Edmonds.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Edmonds again.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Chase Edmonds taking it in from a yard out. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Play action. It's Wilson. Steps away. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and through by Myers.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make...
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, 32 yards.
And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Isabella now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Murray. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Flushed out right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Zach Ertz there to make the grab. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Extra point good by Prater. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Here's Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
He lets it fly for Lockett. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. But really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, that he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
Second down and another run with Edmonds. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Murray now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half. That's taken in by Eskridge, complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Final play of the half, it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon Gott.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gott, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. On the return, Isabella. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Edmonds. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
2nd down and another run with Edmonds. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And Jordan Brooks on the tackle. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Here's Murray. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Alton Robinson
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Open space inside the 10. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Well, so much for holding them to a field goal. The pressure they got home on the previous play didn't hear, and that bought their quarterback some time to find a receiver, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Let's go. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. On 1st down, Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Carson pushing through the contact. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Murray. Buying time to his left. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on 4th down. Murray and company going for it on 4th. Caught left side, Hopkins. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 41 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. The big fella. He's at the 50. He's at the 30.
The 20. 10. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
So when the Rules Committee decided to put some excitement into the PAT, or the extra point, this is what they were talking about. Blocked, returned, nearly for 2 points, but great hustle and a big-time tackle prevented that.
That's what I was just going to say. Excellent hustle to stay with it after the block and make that tackle. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. Just keeping the play alive. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Wilson going to throw for it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Second down and another run with Edmonds. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Hurts over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll run with Edmonds again. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And now Edmonds going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Prater on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more. It got his man complete. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
On the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Cardinals have got it. So that should just about put an end to this one. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.